Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, as I said in the Hobart vs Thunder game, I'm going to do a double up of the Sixers, Scorchers and the Strikers Heat game. So I am going to go through it very quickly, which probably means it's not going to have as much sort of talk about SuperCoach and more just this guy scored really well and the role that he's in and try and justify it a little bit. But yeah, just trying to limit the videos here and the recording time a little bit as I have some other stuff planned today, and so yeah, don't want to have 45 minutes of recording. Would rather it be around that 25 minute marker. But anyway, let's just jump into this video and the 872 runs scored for only 25 wickets. So as you see here, I'm just gonna run through it. Steve Smith, what a bloody innings. And he said that, like I said with Warner and Tim David sort of batters, there's been one batter in each innings that sort of set the innings up almost in a way. And Steve Smith just did it better than David Warner did in setting up the first innings. And Ashton Turner almost did it exactly like Tim David did it in the second. But yeah, he was absolutely magnificent. 38 off 31 he was in the 10th over or at the end of the 11th. And he somehow manages to get all the way up to 121 off 64. So he did absolutely fantastic there. Did his job, and yeah, smashed it out the park. So will he be a buy next week? I feel like he's bound to fail. I know that a lot of people will probably try and pick him up. He's probably going to be priced at, what he beat it by, 88 or something. So he's going to be priced, I feel like, around that 240k range. Can you really justify picking up a guy at 240k or so? I don't think you necessarily can. So, especially a batter only. So I feel like he's bound to fail against someone. If we look at Steve Smith's stats here, scored 176 against the Adelaide Strikers, and then a 0 against the Sydney Thunder, so sort of shows an 170 the game before. So he pretty much is either going to go absolutely mental, or he's going to go and score basically nothing. So it's high risk, high reward. It could absolutely dead a season there, but it is Steve Smith in the end. If he sets up another innings like that, the Sixers are probably going to score 180 plus, and they'll probably win the game itself. Moses Henriquez, he was absolutely standing, and he also got a over with the ball because they stuffed up their overs with Todd Murphy and Joel Davies bowling wise, so they had to bowl Moses Henriquez to end it out because the game was still live, and he took a cheeky wicket in the end, so got to himself to a 112, absolutely huge. Sean Abbott over Jai Richardson was an absolute resounding yes now that we know 2 games of data now. And Jai Richardson scored 62, and Sean Abbott, I believe, has scored, I want to say 160, but could be wrong. Let me actually just double check what he scored in the other game. Scored a 99 and a 94, so that is actually 193 points. 193 points is huge. Ben DeWash's got his 25 with the bat and got to the 23 and the max strike rate bonus with the bat and picked up a wicket. That is an all-round display for a 75, huge. Phillip, he took 3 catches and 9 runs with the bat, I want to say. Yep, so he outscored Matty Wade, even though I was being protective with the rain potential, and that's why I wanted the games flipped if possible, but it is what it is. That's BBL SuperCoach at this point. Playing for the rain is, or trying to pick around the rain is quite hard, and I feel like I've probably not done that the best this year. Hayden Kerr, 23. Curtis Patterson. If they had Daniel Hughes, Curtis Patterson wouldn't be playing. So Daniel Hughes is probably going to be almost a buy next year, just at the price point he's going to be priced at, given he's going to miss almost the whole year, I would expect. Daniel Hughes, 1 game and he scored a 0, I believe. Let's just double check that I'm right in saying that. 1 game, scored a 0. Will be interesting to see what he's priced at next year because of that 1 game. 48 the year before, so we could get him in. Could we get him at 100k? It'll definitely be interesting. But yeah, you're probably gonna have to get him at like 60k for him to be value. Anyway, I need to fly through this. Joel Davies, Jordan Silk took a catch, did nothing with the bat as wasn't required. Joel, Jack and Tom Murphy did nothing. Moving on, Ashton Turner 101, so saves a lot of value. Could have easily, if I had not done the rain and gone with the rain. Could have easily had Cooper Connolly over like a Finn Allen or something like that, or Cooper Connolly over like a Tom Curran. Had Ashton Turner emergency on the bench or something like that. Would have still had Finn Allen's points on field, but I could have found a way easily to get Ashton Turner's 101 on field. Just shows how annoying Supercoach can be sometimes, that just a simple planning for the weather is basically probably cost me about 250, 300 points. But it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I know that I've definitely profited from the weather. I know that I've definitely profited from some random choices. So yeah, sometimes it just happens. Fanning, Cooper Connolly 74, got a wicket, short boundary. Curtis Patterson just tried to target and just missed it. Just top edged it basically up to, I think it was Fanning in the deep. Fanning 66, I think a couple of catches and then 40 with the bat. One catch, 41 with the bat. Really good for him. Matt Spores showed that he can still do really well. Ashton Agar 50, all with the ball, as he took one catch, a economy rate bonus, 10 dot balls and 20 points for the wicket, 0 runs. He got out first rock. Jason Beredoff 45. That could have easily been like an 80 if that Steve Smith catch in the last over was actually out and Hobson didn't smash into the boundary rope. As he probably would have got 10 economy rate bonus or even a 5 economy rate bonus. I'm pretty sure it was a minus 17 over in itself for him. Add in the potential Steve Smith plus 21 that he would have got from that. And that's even just a 38 point turnaround. That's suddenly an 83. Finn Allen 15. He comes and it goes, etc. sometimes, and he just needed to get a little bit more, and he would have easily gotten the 45 pointer that we needed. Hobson 12, and then the bowlers Richardson, Ty, and then Hardy nicked off first rock. Hardy is going to be Hardy is going to be the biggest buy next year. It is not even funny, because I reckon they could go in with something like Hardy and Connolly as the 5th bowler next year and load up an extra batter. As those two should be fit and firing, and he's played enough games you would expect, and I hope they do not do this, because I feel like they could easily do it, but I feel like Hardy could get that, could be around that 80k next year, and they'll probably bump him up to like 100k just because primo bonus, but he's going to be the biggest buy, probably alongside Fraser McGurk, if the fixtures are right. If the fixtures are Melbourne double in the first 3 rounds, Melbourne Renegades, him and Hardy and Fraser McGurk are probably going to be the easiest 2 buys next year, especially if Hardy is bowling. And that's pretty much it from this game, so we will move swiftly along to this game that just sucked, simply put. Matt Short, 164, didn't even bowl and got to 164, which is just crazy. And yeah, that was just an absolute road. The slow balls weren't even doing anything, they were just sliding on. It was almost unfair. The pitch was just way too flat for a T20 game. I know it's T20 and you want to see the 6s and 4s, but you shouldn't have Spencer Johnson scoring 26 off 12 or whatever it was. 27 off 12, was it? I think it was. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 27 off 12. That is dumb. That shouldn't be happening. But anyway, is what it is. Matt Short, when he starts bowling, which it should happen soon now that Jamie Overton is going to set off, I think in the next week or so, next couple of days, Matt Short should potentially be back bowling, which could be a really good role. I mean, he's still going to be priced next year in and around that 100 marker, because he's now got 4 games at 4 times 69 is 276 plus a 166. Divide that by 5 now. He's going to be priced at 88.4 at the moment. So he's still going to be that high priced. Wow. And he's got a better role to come potentially. So it'll be interesting next year. Darcy Short picked up 4 for, I think you can almost disregard this. I mean, he's selected in how many teams at the moment? I don't even know if I can pick it up. Yeah, he's selected in 9% of teams. I mean, he was a middle order batsman that wasn't actually really bowling at the strikers, and he just so happened to pick up wickets. It is what it is. Sometimes you get the role like that. I mean, maybe you could have predicted it that they dropped Boyce, but yeah, I don't think I could have predicted Darcy Short going 155, and now he's going to be priced at roughly, or you'd say he's going to be priced at roughly 120 with like a negative 40 break even. something like that, negative 50 break even. Alex Ross, 79, he got to 44 off like 20 odd and then probably took a catch as well, I'd hazard a guess. 44, 25, and then 10, I think it's like 44 off 18. Chris Lynn, 47 off, I think 20, and then just decided I can't be bothered to field. So I know he had hamstring awareness, but it just looked like he had a little bit of a hamstring awareness and was just like, I can't be bothered. This game is dead. I've done my job. And then you've got Liam Haskett, took Tufa, 55 for him. A really nice return for him, 39.5k, showing that he can bowl. Pope, 44 for Lloyd Pope. Buckingham, 38. Buckingham did really well on his debut. Will be interesting to see how many more games he gets, given I'm surprised they rested Henry Thornton. But it is what it is. They did. They also rested Cam Boyce and got away with it. Jamie Overton, 37, did nothing with the bat, did nothing with the ball, and all those points effectively came from the run out and the catch that he got. He could have easily ended up with a 7. But if you look at that, if he returns next year, I have a feeling he's going to be cheap-ish next year. Because he's going to play, what's it going to be? 7 rounds he's played so far. So I'm pretty sure they're at 8 games now for the strikers. Given they've had the bye. Yeah, he's played 8 games times 75 plus 37, did we say? Divide that by 8. He's going to be priced at, that doesn't sound right, 7 times 75 is 525 plus 37. Divide that by 8. Yeah, priced at 70 next year, which is, I think, a little bit below what he did last year at the moment. Actually, dead on what he did. Like, legitimately dead on. 70.25 and 70.3. So if he scores 71, he legit might be at the same price. Times that by 8. Yeah, 71 gets him the exact same score as what he did last year. So I kind of want that to happen. Just because that would be kind of crazy. But yeah, he's a guy that has the best roll, but sometimes you just know roll can just completely flip. I mean, not flip, but sometimes you just don't get Michael Nisa opened the batting bowl 4 overs and then only ended up on a 22, and I captained him obviously because But if that catch happens to be caught or whatever on the last ball of the innings, he gets another 20 and then gets to his 20-run bonus, gets another 27 points off there. Suddenly that's 22 is into a 69 off about another about another 10 centimeters either way, and he's on a 69 rather than a 22. That is how ridiculous the score can flip just like that, which is kind of BBL luck in a way. Like the catch was a good maybe 2 centimeters from being taken cleanly in the hands, and the catch that Michael Nice got out on was only caught by maybe 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters. So it's probably only 5 or 6 centimeters that he needed either way, and he's good there for 70 on a flat deck with more, with potentially more batting, where he could have easily scored another 20 runs in the next 10 balls. So he could have easily ended up. I'm just saying, with an easy flip of just 2 different things, he could have ended up with the 70. He also dropped a couple catches or didn't necessarily get to them, so he could have easily ended up with so much that game. It just didn't go his way, so it is what it is. Doggett, Carey, Pope. Then moving across here, Kuhneman, he took 3 for and still went for 50. Imagine taking 3 for and still going for 50. He just fired it in at stumps because there was nothing else he could do. He just had to aim quick and fast for the stumps and just hope there was a chop on effectively at that point. Mick Sweeney, 68. Obviously, he had that 6 that we all know about, that off of Haskett that was caught by his father. But aside from that, he got to, what did he get to in the end? 43 at a quick rate, but missed out on his 50. Matt Renshaw, I actually thought for a second when he got it down to 107 off 7 that potentially there was a chance. But Renshaw got out the next over, I think also. So did Maxi Bryant and Munro, and it was suddenly like, oh, they're going to maybe lose this by 80 runs. And the last wicket stand put on, I think, 40 in the end. And then, Spencer Johnson somehow blanketed with the ball. We got 27 with the bat, which probably just shows it was way too flat. Mitch Swepson, 46 for him. I think he took a wicket, and that was about it that he did. 2 wickets for him and 1 run, and he still only got to 46, which just shows there was no way he was... None of the Heat bowlers got economy rate bonuses, And the only player to get economy rate bonus was Brendan Doggett with 10, and Darcy Short, who took 4 wickets for Darcy Short for like 16 runs off 3 overs. He just scratched his way in there. I don't know what happened at the end of that, but it was just Chase trying to go big, and he just picked up poles with them swinging for the fences. Jack Wood, 34, he probably just shows the difference in quality between sort of the really good club players, like the really good grade players, and the really good state players, and then the really good international players. You can sort of see the difference in that he was struggling at the start to actually get on in the to do well, I guess, with the, as you can see, he was the only batter to get past 20 that actually didn't get a full strike rate bonus. Even Spencer Johnson scored 25 strike rate bonus. So I think just shows the difference in quality there. And I'm not saying Spencer Johnson is a better batter than Jack Wood. It just shows the difference from Renshaw, McSweeney, Lynn, Ross, Short compared to Jack Wood. And then just finishing off here quickly, Michael Neser, 22, we already talked about him. Maxi Bryan just didn't get to the 20. Xavier Bartlett, 14, he blanked. Tom Alslop, I think didn't take any catches, just got the 10 runs. And then Colin Munro, a 0. Colin Munro, you can almost put him down as another guy to be ultra cheap next year, averaged 9.2. So you really hope that they don't do him dirty with the 100 and, he was priced at 130. Hopefully they don't do him dirty. As you can see, 130.4, I think he was priced at to start. Hopefully they don't do him dirty and do like 150k or whatever. And hopefully they just put him at the 60 or 70k, as it would be more enjoyable for cash gen than having all this trouble of all these international players basically being dead and buried because they're a batter that's like 150k and the batters just rarely work. I'd rather have a much more balanced side and much more reliant on batters if they're cheap, rather than just being like, I'm hunting for all-rounders because the batters are way too over expensive. But anyway, that was sort of my thoughts on both of those games. I sort of got in and done with them in a decent clip of time. If you did enjoy that video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload. And if you are listening on Spotify, give me a follow over there. And I will see you guys in the next upload, which will be the Renegades vs Stars match review. And then that'll be followed by the, round review and trade targets videos for round 8 of BBL SuperCoach. And I'll see you guys in those videos tomorrow. Bye, guys.